Well, good morning. Welcome to American Truck Simulator and welcome to Washington State. Here's me truck, and today we are taking another look at Jon Ruda's Peterbilt 379-389 because my last trip out was less than successful, and mostly because I'd forgotten how to design the truck. So today, this is a truck I made earlier. This is actually based on a real machine, and if I remember, I'll put the comparison of the two side by side. But first, let's get that big boom out of the way. Let's talk a little bit more about this truck, seeing as I've got a captive audience right now. This is a Peterbilt 379, and I guess we're going to pull in to get ourselves weighed. Okay, well, I guess this is a good time to talk about the cargo, because today we are hauling a double, and it's about 60,000 pounds of cargo, so we're going to weigh somewhere between 100, 105, 110,000 pounds. Let's pull in. I'm going to use the wheel camera for this one. Got myself a nice combination of some Jasper wheels there, thanks to Zach, and some black lug nuts, which have matched as closely as I can to the real deal. And we're using a Zeemods engine, a Zeemods Caterpillar 3406E, but I'll talk about that once we've been weighed. And I'm not saying that this is a long cargo, but there's a chance that the cabin's going to be in one state, the middle wagon's going to be in another one, and the second trailer rather, will be in a different state. Yeah, so this is a smart looking truck, and I've managed to get pretty close to the real thing. And stuff that I couldn't quite get right. I've got 4 horns on the roof and not 2. I have a silver rear, wheel arch cover as opposed to black. I've got chrome tanks as opposed to aluminium or aluminum, and there's another change as well. I forget what the other thing that I couldn't quite match was, but other than that, it's pretty much right where it's at. Anyway, gross vehicle weight today is 107,000 pounds and something. I'm going to ease off and let this, is that a Western Star? Let him go ahead. And, he's slowing down. Alright, well, thank you, buddy. Make like a cheese and roll on out of here. Yes, so 107,000 pounds, and I'm moving it fairly easily. And that's because this Caterpillar is the 550 horsepower version. So 550 horses rated and 1850 foot-pounds of torque. That's a chunky amount of output for a 3406, but you kind of need it to pull this much weight with this much ease. We're using a 10-speed transmission. It's a manual. I'm flicking between automated and manual modes today, just because depending on what I feel like. And it's a 3.9 final drive with the 24.5-inch rims. That gives me, pretty much gearing that I would choose if I were not basing this on a real vehicle. It needs 1200 revs to cruise. That's a Caterpillar thing, but I can cruise at 55 in top gear or go upwards. Today I'll be sticking to the speed limit and try and keep this driving as realistic as I can. But speed limit is 60. We might see 65 in Washington State, but I think it's sort of 50, 55 and 60 most of the whole route. And it's comfortable loping along at those speeds in top gear. I think it really wants wants 7th gear and 50. But it's at that point where you could use 7th, could use 8th. If you want to stick to Caterpillar's recommendations, you need to be using 7th. But more on that as we get a little slower, a little further up. I'm using a real fuel price mod and a real economy mod today. So fuel consumption is important. There's no other way of saying it. This combination, I'm hoping to get between 5 to 6 to the gallon, give or take. It's a heavy cargo, but I'm going to be taking a steady, sticking to the speed limits. the gearing is just about perfect, so I can keep the engine at the sweet spot, which is pretty much the sort of 12 to 1500 RPM point. So I'm hoping 5.5 to 6 would be good. It's a heavy cargo, it's not the most aerodynamic truck in the world, though that has no impact on the economy in the game. So that's what I'm hoping for. I don't think it's going to be difficult. I'm going to drive this thing, smoothly and gently and progressively. Unlike a recent stream where we did anything but. I have a number of other mods as well. Transmission courtesy of the real Eaton Fuller transmission mod. I'll put links to those down below. Together with a link to Jon Ruda's truck. This is not free. This is $25, as it was last time I checked. The Zeemods Caterpillar engine. This is the $5 premium one. So you're looking at $30 to get this experience. It's wonderfully immersive. Right, well, I'm going to settle back into a different view, so we get to look at the sights and sounds. I'm going to turn on some of the driving aids, so the on-screen mirrors, in fact they're already on, and back in a bit, enjoy the run. I really can't drive like that for very long. I struggle with it. I need to look around, use my mirrors. Yes, the on-screen mirrors aren't bad, but there's nothing quite like moving my head. This particular truck doesn't come with front hood mirrors, or I guess wing mirrors, with some door mirrors. So I got to move my view a little bit to see, and that's okay. The traffic's still fairly light. It's kind of early on a Tuesday morning here. It's a Tuesday. Or Tuesday, as other YouTubers like to say. Yes, I'm British. Tuesday or Tuesday. It's not spelled Toosday. Anyway. So, I'm really enjoying this truck. I love the interior. I kind of feel it needs a sound bag to get the most from it, so the Zeemods engine is a logical place to start. In terms of how it looks and all the options, there are only a few things I might change. One is I probably wouldn't include the CB radio, if only because the curly cable thing that hangs down between the mouthpiece and the CB is not it doesn't have physics involved, so it's just rigid, and that's a shame because my yellow lemon air freshener does have physics. There's maybe a couple of tweaks I might make. I'd like to have seen a black oh, is he moving into this lane? Well, she'll be fine. I'd like to have seen a black wheel cover at the back, or mud guard, but that's only because this particular truck in real life has one. But I gotta say, it's really not wanting for much. It's good quality. There's no little glitches that I found. There's no little errors. All the instruments work. Everything is calibrated as it should be. What's not to like? Yes, it's not free. Okay. Sometimes if you want quality, you've got to pay for it. Oof. And there's a disclaimer. I got a kitten that's decided he wants to sit with me. I wonder if you can hear him purring. Yeah, he's going to scratch everything. Dude, seriously? He's climbing all over me, but that's okay. Everyone loves a kitten, right? Come on, fella. Come on, I'm driving here, kiddo. Come on. Okay. He's about 3 months old. He's into everything, including when Cat Daddy's driving his truck. Okay, he's wandered off now. Well, actually, he's jumped off. To go and cause havoc somewhere else, I'm sure. So that was a bit of excitement. I did also jumped on the keyboard and anyway, where was I? I think I was boring you all about this truck. So yeah, I'm just enjoying it. And yes, you do have to pay for it, but I think it's the same with the Zeemods engines and the same with the trucks. I get it, there's people that are upset with developers because they think that they've been abandoned or this or that, and that's all fine. I mean, never pre-order anything ever. No game, no car, no mod. Don't even pre-order clothes. If you haven't seen it, you don't know what it's going to be like, you don't know when it's going to be out. We're putting all that to one side. Just enjoy it for what it is. It's an immersive soundstage. It sounds great. Heck, I didn't pre-order the cat, but I didn't really kind of sort of chose him. Cats always choose you, but this is all by the by. Let's go back to my Caterpillar engine under the hood. Yes, this thing's performing like a champion. And do I really need 13 or 18 gears? No, I don't think I do. Well, sometimes I do. That's a topic for some other day. And guess who's back? Maybe he's gonna behave. Yeah. Okay, maybe not. Alright, I'll try not to be too distracted by him making havoc wherever he don't do that. Alright. I may have to pause the game, come back to it. I usually try and record my audio live, and sometimes I know why I don't. Today's one of those days. Anyway, completely lost my topic and focus here. What I'm saying is I'm just enjoying this, just gently bobbing along at the speed limit. What could possibly go wrong? So I think the last coherent thing I said was what could possibly go wrong. Well, yeah, Ted's a kitten, so everything. Just to summarize, he decided to climb up and down my leg, chase every cable he could find, including the microphone, which got disconnected. So I discovered this while, I don't know, I was just leaving the freeway close to my exit. Oh look, this wire's loose. So, yeah, when I edit this, I'm gonna remove a whole bunch. It was a fun trip, but I'm making sound now, and I don't really feel like going back and recording audio and trying to narrate what I was doing, especially since the cat was causing havoc and I was enjoying him at the same time. So, long and short, we've reached my destination, and we're in time. I think it's the World of Trucks, so it wouldn't be late. So I'm going to turn around here. We've got the easy parking option because it's a double. So let's see. This engine's just not struggling at all with this weight of cargo. It's not what I expected, to be fair. And I designed the torque curve, so I know it's fairly accurate. So yeah, here's my life advice from today's video. If you don't want a quiet life, get a small animal, grow with him or her, and have him or her grow with you. It's always worth the experience. Gently maneuver this thing in. I like to do this without using the external view right till the very end, but sometimes it's just tough. Almost there. Yeah, just inching forward. Is that about there? Is it there? Yes, there we go. Okay. All right. Let us secure the Peterbilt. And we'll jump to an external view because that's just nice screenshot for the thumbnail. Can't get my words out. Okay. Let's shut it down, disconnect, and check in with the foreman and see how well we did. Alright, just over 300 miles, so 308 miles, and we used just over 55 gallons of fuel. So I am pretty happy with that. That's about 5.5 to the gallon. That's what I was hoping for. Well, I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. I'll put links to most of the mods, if not all of them, in the description below. And most of all, have a great time. And don't forget, if you have an animal, a pet, or someone, go and love on it. Because you never know when it's going to climb up your legs whilst you're recording a video. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.